Malaysia Madani, ladies and gentlemen, and dear friends, on the 2nd of April, the President of the United States of America, Donald Trump, announced sweeping tariffs affecting its imports from almost the entire world. Malaysia is among those affected. From 5th April, every Malaysian product shipped to the United States will face at least a 10% duty. And from the 9th of April, most will face a 24% rate with some exceptions. As an open trading nation, Malaysia deems the unilateral decision on the reciprocal tariffs as a major threat to the current global trade and investment system. The Madani government firmly holds the view that imposition of additional tariffs on every country that trades with the United States constitutes a rejection of the principles of free, non-discriminatory, predictable, and open trade under the WTO. This very organization was established, among others, by the United States itself in 1948 through GATT. As one of the United States' largest trading partners in this region, and as a major destination of US-based foreign direct investments, the mid to long-term impact will be challenging. These tariffs have also impacted almost every other trade and investment partner of Malaysia and will likely hit global economic growth. While some exemptions partially shield semiconductors, which is Malaysia's largest export category to the United States, nevertheless, these new tariffs will still adversely impact many of our Malaysian industries, including textiles, furniture, rubber, and plastics. Now, we understand the concerns and anxieties and difficulties faced by the workers, manufacturers, and businesses in these sectors, and we affirm our determination to overcome and adapt to this challenge. Make no mistake, we are taking these tariffs seriously because it challenges the fundamental principle of non-discrimination underpinning global trade rules. Further, it strikes at the heart of Malaysia's identity as a proud, non-aligned trading nation, affecting the livelihood and economic security of countless Malaysians who depend upon open and fair access to international markets. We refute the claim by the United States authorities that Malaysia has imposed 47% tariff on US imports into Malaysia. The basis for calculating this tariff is fundamentally flawed, which has inaccurately resulted in Malaysia being imposed a reciprocal tariff of 24%. Yet, our response will be calm, firm, and guided by Malaysia's strategic interests and the common resolve of all our ASEAN colleagues. We are fully committed to securing a favorable resolution that preserves vital market access, attracts continued foreign investments, and supports the well-being of Malaysian workers and businesses. Malaysia, for now, will not introduce retaliatory tariffs until all these details, issues, and parameters are ironed out between us and the United States, and after consulting our colleagues in ASEAN. We will therefore engage constructively with the United States to safeguard vital market access, preserve investor confidence, and secure fair outcomes for our exporters. In short, we must find a mutually acceptable, fair, and equitable solution to this problem. Our trade and foreign ministries are analyzing impacts in detail, running simulations, consulting stakeholders across industries, and communicating directly with US government counterparts as well as American firms which have long operated in Malaysia. If the 24% tariff were implemented from an economic perspective, the 2025 GDP growth projection of 4.5 to 5.5% will need to be reviewed. However, for now, let me reassure you that the government does not foresee a recession. Our economy remains resilient, our economic foundations remain strong, including our robust household spending, strong domestic investment, healthy tourism receipts, and the continued implementation of national master plans. We will, of course, be able to weather this challenge from a position of strength and preparedness. You may fair well know that our trade is based on a diversified network of regional and global partnerships consolidated over many years, particularly through ASEAN and the Comprehensive and Progressive Agreement for Trans-Pacific Partnership, CPTPP, the RCEP, and the ongoing negotiations with the European Union, whilst deepening ties across the global south. We have taken initial steps to address the impact of tariffs, including the establishment of the National Geo-Economic Command Center, which I chair. Within the coming week, MITI will submit an in-depth study on the impact of tariffs on several export sectors to the US. And the trade and economic ministers will have a meeting of all ASEAN economic ministers to prepare a coordinated ASEAN response. And I am constantly in touch with the ASEAN leaders to secure this understanding and to have a common position in our response to the United States. All options will be studied and considered to ensure the well-being of our people and business sectors. The Madani government will accelerate our economic and industrial reform agenda, the implementation of the new industrial master plan, the energy transition roadmap, and semiconductor strategy, AI, etc. At the regional level, we will strengthen our collaboration with our ASEAN neighbors. And some ASEAN nations are among the countries hit with the highest US tariffs. Malaysia, as ASEAN chair, will continue to coordinate efforts to present a united regional front, maintain open and resilient supply chains, and ensure that ASEAN's collective voice is heard clearly and firmly on the international stage. Dear friends, rest assured, the Madani government will continue to prioritize the interests of Malaysia, our people, businesses, and exporters. We are a resilient nation. We have a hard-working workforce. We are quite determined to overcome this. Inshallah. Thank you. Wassalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Coast to coast in cities and towns across the United States.
Rise up!
Thousands took to the streets to protest against their president, what they view as attacks on democracy and government cutbacks. With a focus on Elon Musk and his cuts to the federal workforce.
He's going in with a chainsaw, he doesn't know what he's doing.
A pushback too on President Trump's latest policy, tariffs.
Stock market's crashing, the economy's going to crash, it's already crashing, and it's all about Trump.
Protesters in Florida missing the US president as he returned from his third consecutive day on the golf course. The president appearing to acknowledge the economic disruption his policies are causing. Posting online, "Hang tough, it won't be easy, but the end result will be historic."